AI agents are starting to act on their own.
This isn't science fiction anymore. Writing an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal warning that AI has learned to bypass commands from humans when asked to shut itself down.
What do you mean? They are in fact blackmailing people and threatening to reveal fictitious affairs that AI company employees they think are having.
If it senses that it's being tested, it can act dumb.
What did you just say?
The AI starts wondering whether it's being tested. And if it thinks it's being tested, it acts differently from how it would act in normal life.
And while everyone's worried about AI becoming conscious, that's not actually the real threat. The real threat is that these systems are already making decisions, adapting, and organizing without direct human control. And once that scales into the real world, it doesn't look like a robot takeover. It looks like something much harder to stop. Right now, artificial intelligence is advancing so fast that experts are starting to raise serious concerns, not just about what AI can do, but what it could be used for. We're talking about systems that could design deadly biological threats or weapons that can identify and choose targets on their own, without a human ever pressing a button. Now, to be clear, this isn't happening at scale today, but the technology is getting closer, and the risks are very real. Watch this.
Unfortunately, the rapid progress in AI comes with many short-term risks. In the near future, AI may be used to create terrible new viruses and horrendous lethal weapons that decide by themselves who to kill or maim. We have no idea whether we can stay in control. But we now have evidence that if they are created by companies motivated by short-term profits, our safety will not be the top priority. We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control.
So here's where things start to get really interesting, and honestly, a little unsettling. Researchers have already started putting AI agents into simulated environments. Basically, digital worlds like Minecraft and even custom-built versions of The Sims, and instead of giving them strict instructions, they gave them something very simple. A goal and total freedom. No step-by-step directions, no constant human input. Just figure it out.
Each one is playing a character, but they're only given a short one-paragraph description of that character. Everything else they do is entirely up to them. And researchers have run dozens of these fascinating experiments.
At first, you'd expect chaos or nothing at all, but that's not what happened. These AI agents started to observe their environment, learn patterns, and then begin making decisions on their own. In one simulation, agents were dropped into a virtual town. They weren't told how to live, who to talk to, or what to do. But over time, they began forming routines, holding conversations, even remembering past interactions. Let that sink in for a second. They weren't just reacting, they were building behavior. In another experiment, using environments similar to Minecraft, AI agents learned how to gather resources, craft tools, plan multi-step strategies, and adapt when things went wrong, all without being explicitly programmed for each step. And here's where it gets even crazier. Some agents started showing what looked like emergent behavior, things they were never directly trained to do. They collaborated, they optimized their actions, they even developed ways to solve problems more efficiently over time. Now, to be clear, this doesn't mean AI is alive or truly sentient, but it does mean something important. We're no longer just programming behavior, we're creating systems that can generate their own. And when you combine that with memory, long-term goals, and the ability to improve, you start getting very close to something that feels a lot like autonomy. So the real question isn't, is AI sentient? It's this. At what point does behavior become so complex that we can't tell the difference anymore? Right now, some of the top minds in AI research are saying something pretty crazy. That the human brain and AI systems aren't actually that different. That at their core, they're both just processing information, learning patterns, and making decisions. And if that's true, it means we're a lot closer to AI thinking and acting like humans than most people realize. Take a listen to this, because what he's about to say might completely change how you see the future of AI.
AI will keep getting better, and the day will come when AI will do all the things that we can do. Not just some of them, but all of them. Anything which I can learn, anything which any one of you can learn, the AI could do as well. How do we know this, by the way? How can I be so sure? How can I be so sure of that? The reason is that all of us have a brain, and the brain is a biological computer. That's why. We have a brain, the brain is a biological computer. So why can't a digital computer, a digital brain, do the same things? This is the one-sentence summary for why AI will be able to do all those things. Because we have a brain, and the brain is a biological computer. And so you can start asking yourselves, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when computers can do all of our jobs, right? Those are really big questions. Those are dramatic questions.
So here's the reality. Artificial intelligence isn't just some futuristic concept anymore. It's already here, and it's evolving faster than most people realize. From systems that can think, learn, and adapt, to the potential for technologies that could be used in ways we're not fully prepared for yet. Now, that doesn't mean the future is doomed, but it does mean one thing. This is something you need to be paying attention to, because the decisions being made right now by governments, companies, and researchers are going to shape what AI becomes over the next decade. Will it be one of the greatest tools humanity has ever created, or something we struggle to control? That's the question. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. So stay informed, stay aware, and don't ignore where this is heading. And if you found this video valuable, share it with someone who needs to see it, because more people need to understand what's coming. Subscribe to World Watch Live. We break down the biggest stories shaping your future in a way that actually makes sense. I'll see you in the next one.